Homie's ear is actually really dope still. You know what the fuck going on. It's your boy DONFATHER here with Sammy Socialite. We're back for episode 11. The rap world has absolutely been on fire. Drake's lawsuit got dropped. Young Thug's testing loyalty and stream. Cardi B's beefing with half the industry, and NBA Youngboy's turning legal heat into sold-out tours. And as you know, I had to bring the game back. Mitch and Breezy Castilleo are also in the building here to break it down, argue a little bit, laugh a lot, and talk about the real music talk. This episode is always brought to you by Go Doobies as well as G Fuel. Use code DONFATHER for discounts on both those amazing websites. Let's get right into it. Drake's defamation case over Not Like Us just got thrown out. Do you all think this was a smart move to cut losses or a sign that Drake's finally taken an L that he can't finesse his way out of?
What a question.
Ooh. The question is, do you think this was a smart move to cut losses or a sign that Drake's finally taken an L that he can't finesse his way out of? Definitely both. Okay. Right about the situation as well as everything else. Not even just Kendrick. I would say cutting losses with. I feel like all the money he spent during this case. I feel like it's a lot of money spent for no reason.
Only a cutting losses if he dropped. Cutting losses because it got dismissed. He dropped it, then he could be like, cut the losses. He got dismissed. I feel like it's just a L all around.
It's whatever.
Talk up for me, Sam. Talk up for me, Sam.
I said dismissed, whatever. He had lose nothing more than he already lost from the battle. The battle was over already, so the lawsuit is not affecting whether he lost or won the battle. He already lost the battle. He was just trying to make his point in court, and they didn't let him. So
I definitely feel like the loss in court puts a damper on the already bad public perception that was looming over the loss of the battle. And further than that, what some people would say, the decline of the music. Not everybody, of course, but some people were whispering that in the streets. And right now we're waiting on Iceman. And so do you feel like this has an effect on Iceman? Has an effect on the rollouts he's been doing on YouTube, Sam? What do you think?
I think Drake is still going to do what he's been doing. He's going to drop another project, go on tour, and he really, like, again, there was plenty of people in the industry that wanted to hate Drake that didn't have the balls to hate Drake until this battle occurred. So with this battle happening, I mean, some people are very happy, but at the end of the day, like, Drake is still Drake to his fans. And I mean, honestly, that's something that he can learn from Chris. Like, Chris Brown is hated by plenty of people on the internet. And Chris still goes on tour and he still sells out stadiums and his music is still charting and he's still getting sales. So at the end of the day, while there might be some loss, Drake is still at the top of the music game. I'm not going to say hip hop, but at the top of the music game. Like, he's still that guy. I'm very much so looking forward to seeing what he drops on Iceman because I hope it's fire.
The data says otherwise. Iceman was a coke rollout based on
A what?
coke rollout, as in the whole process, thought, concept of Iceman was a coke from losing the battle. The coke was he was supposed to be catching this W with the lawsuit. The whole Iceman visuals, all that shit has been alluding to him getting the W in the lawsuit. Now that he done lost the lawsuit and didn't even get to show any discovery from the lawsuit, what the fuck is he gonna do with the rest of the Iceman rollout? Like, that shit is just in the air. It's like poof. Like, how can he go forward with the rest of the project if everything that he's laid out for the project thus far was in regards to the lawsuit?
I mean, hey, that you said some words there, but he's still gonna drop. So
Yes, I mean he definitely probably is gonna drop. Is he gonna drop Iceman? Question.
whoa, you like the title,
The whole that album. He already done dropped three singles for it.
right? That's why I'm like, why would he not drop it? I mean, I hear you saying it has to do with the lawsuit, but I'm pretty sure Drake was gonna drop either way because just because it just because the lawsuit got dismissed, don't mean if it got accepted. Who's to say they would even went to court before Iceman came out? Like that shit might not even happen until after.
Probably not. But the thing was, he still had a chance. So he was granted the luxury of being able to have those visuals on Iceman because it hadn't been dismissed yet. He was still granted the luxury to be able to talk the shit that he was talking on the 3 songs that he already dropped because the lawsuit hadn't been dismissed yet. Still had opportunity. Right now, it's looking like opportunity is done, like the Jets going to the playoffs.
Well, why that might be true. I mean, I don't know why people still want to underestimate Drake in this year and time.
Well, I'm not underestimating. I'm underestimating him, but it's because it's his own fault. For the past 18 months, I feel like society or hip hop culture or whatever you want to say has been giving Drake outs, giving him copes, in which if he does this at this point in time, he could goddamn redeem himself. He could goddamn turn things around. And each time he keeps fucking up. Each time he keeps goddamn taking the L. So I don't know.
I see. I got to put forward with Iceman. Retaliation. Great. And it's kind of like
I don't think it's
still like he's still kind of rebuttal.
I don't think it's necessarily to Kendrick. Of course, he's throwing his little shots in there every now and then, but it was a retaliation to UMG. Like everything that we done seen, all the breakdowns that I done seen, everything in regards to Iceman so far has been a retaliation or a rebuttal to UMG, basically. And he's even said it. His round two. It seems like in his head was my battle up against the man, UMG.
Okay.
So, and he done got clapped. So I don't know how he goes forward with this same concept.
Well, he did.
He'll drop some more music, but I just don't know if it's gonna be this project.
He didn't get clapped because it wasn't able to go to court. He didn't get a chance to even fight for it.
That's the absolute definition of clap.
That's not what that means. But okay. Cool.
I feel like if he went to court and he lost, we would at least be able to see some discovery, see some of the things that he was talking about was the unfair practices going on.
I'm pretty sure did they leak most of the shit anyway?
No,
it was all on Twitter about what he was suing them for.
Wait. It was on Twitter what he was asking them to provide. The provision wasn't on Twitter because it never got to that point. He was asking UMG to provide these statements and these documents and these receipts. He was asking them to do it.
Right, because he was alleging things.
Yeah,
with
but it
them.
hadn't been seen.
I feel like
It didn't come out from her.
during that quest of discovery, I feel like there were questions asked to people, probing done in order to get those answers, and I do feel like we got some of those answers. I feel like the judge still looked at it. I feel like we get some of those answers on Twitter, through radio stations, that like Breakfast Club interviews and things along those lines, where we hear things coming out about RICOs against different people, and alleged, right? And we hear these things about the bot strings getting taken via Spotify, and these are the things that he was asking for specifically in the lawsuit. But I just don't feel like, that, like you said, the judge just didn't feel like it was something that could stand. And so the real question is, if a diss record like Not Like Us can't be considered defamation, then does that mean artists can have a legal green light to say anything on the track? Or is that how it's always has been? I feel like the only time we're seeing it now, I feel like it's emerging now. First it emerged in those legal battles versus people who said they killed people in songs, and now we're seeing it versus each other and like people you're saying something that's not true. But I feel like defamation is not a new thing in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Well, I would say defamation is not a new thing in the new sphere of hip hop, including women. I feel like a lot of women have defamation, cases surrounding them when it comes to what other rappers say about them on the track. I feel like men may have defamation cases more so when it comes to what people may say not on the track per se. But I feel like it's not anything that's brand new. It's emerging now though. I feel like we are getting to that point where it is starting to become a question.
Well, I feel like defamation is still safe in the aspect of you can still sue somebody for defamation. I feel like the I was gonna ask if y'all think the case being dismissed was fair, because I look at it like, based on what the judge said, in the context of the battle, there ain't no defamation. Because both of y'all are saying, if it's defamation, it's both of y'all defamation. But she's saying it can't be defamation in the context of the battle because the listeners know that this is a battle and things are going to be said for the hype of the battle. So, in the context of a
in the
rap
context
beef,
of the lie, then it was okay.
that's the case. The Drake lied as well, and that's the reason why it got thrown out. And that's literally what the judge. I went through all the papers.
Okay, sure.
That's literally what the judge said. The judge said that, goddamn, it's hard to make this judgment. It's hard to go in this direction for you, Drake, when, for one, you told Kendrick to say these things. For two, you also said things against Kendrick. And for three, it's just like you understand that it was in the context of a rap battle, which is exactly why Drake's defense team was like, don't look at it in context. Just look at this song just by itself. Don't look at the whole battle in context and decide. Just look at this song as a standalone. But it wasn't a standalone. So you can't do that. So I think defamation is going to goddamn, as long as it's in a battle, I don't think it's going to affect hip hop. But of course, outside of a battle, you still liable. Nigga. Say some shit. Probably.
I feel like in closing, I do feel like the next Drake album is anticipated. I feel like we are at a point now where there is anticipation for the album. Either you feel like it's going to do bad or it's going to do good or whatever. Either that or you don't care, right? But I feel like a lot of people actually do care. Either that it does good or bad secretly. They really wanted to do either one, right? Not a lot of people just straddling the fence in this case anymore this far in, especially after the case being dismissed. And so I feel like as far as defamation in the cases, it is something that is gonna have to get some type of writing, and we're gonna have to get some words to go behind this. And I know it's crazy, but it's come to the point where it's prevalent. It's very prevalent. I mean, every year or 2 years, you might hear something about someone facing a case about somebody saying something about them that's not true. And it's revolving around rappers and it's revolving around singers. And so I think that's something that we do need to kind of start talking to our local politicians about. This is something that really is going to matter for kids growing up and wanting to be rappers, and protecting them from having people say things about them that aren't true, or making it so that it's okay in rap battles to do that. I think both of those things can be achieved through words. I feel like that's something that we can look into over time. Now, moving further into something that's transcending time, we've got NBA Youngboy's amazing sold-out tours. This would be his 22nd straight sold-out tour. Do you think he's rewriting the blueprint for what it means to win in hip-hop while still fighting legal battles, unlike someone else? There's a couple really, really prevalent people that happen to talk to each other and be friends, maybe. Right now, but they're close. But let's focus on Youngboy. 22nd straight sold out, or 22nd straight show. He just sold out his 22nd straight show. That means all of them sold out. That's incredible.
This is what I heard. That he like Michael Jackson.
Who did you hear that from? That he was the Michael Jackson of his generation.
Say some shit like that.
Who did you hear? Wait, who did you hear that from? The internet.
It's the other YNs.
The other YNs, the YNs that beat up old people because they try to.
Chris Brown, whatever you want to do, 1A,
No. Wait.
Same difference, whatever you want to call it.
This nigga
Not you
Youngboy,
put Youngboy in the same breath as Christopher
Youngboy
Marley
going
is,
stupid
so
right now because
there's a reason for that, and
what's the reason?
it's not to take anything away from him. That man was locked up for he was unable to perform for years. So when he comes out, he's still been dropping music. He has a fan base. He's been had the fan base from YouTube days. So like he's going on tour. Of course that shit sold out. It's people that's been dying to see him live for many, many years. So I'm not hating on him. Congratulations, but when I hear craziness like that, it's like,
Michael
whatever.
Jackson
But-
was crazy.
Okay, look, Michael Jackson is crazy, but let's focus more on what it means to be winning this
Superstar.
crazy after facing the legal trouble that he was facing. Can we name 2 other people that have faced that amount of legal trouble and actually came out and sold out 22 straight shows?
T.I.
I'm about to say,
It's a lot of.
recent.
I mean,
No, it doesn't have to be recent.
Oh, well, there.
Just
You
give
got
me 2.
T.I., you got Wayne.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
I mean, that's
But-
not
okay, but that's-
uncommon.
Okay, now
I don't
that's
know.
uncommon.
Recently, I don't know if it's that many.
You know what I
all
mean?
the people
That
that
is
we
uncommon.
named, I'm about to say, all the people we named is from 10, 15 years ago.
I mean, Gunna was
Okay.
technically locked up, and he done came out, and they love Gunna. Now we'll have to wait to see what Young Thug do. We're gonna talk about that a little later. But his situation's a little different because there was some slanderous shit that came out after.
We're gonna
he
get to that. as
Came
well,
out
for
there. Yeah,
sure.
we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, it's literally like Youngboy has a cult following, but it's definitely not no different from any mainstream artist. Like mainstream artists have stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that people's not selling out shows. Like
But the problem is,
I feel like when so short period is don't have like can you put songs is like
bro, he has music that they play on the radio.
Very
But again, it doesn't matter if they play it on the radio or not, except for for radio play and shit like that. When it comes to when it comes to the people that listen to him, he's clearly had millions and millions and millions of views and listens on YouTube. He has people to go see him. It don't matter if they play it on the radio because they play that
but
shit.
that is kind of what is making the shit crazy. It's because he not mainstream and he already
Is Youngboy is mainstream. YouTube is a part of the same formula that radio, streaming, and all that shit is. So no, it's not
Okay,
no
okay.
possible.
Let me ask.
He is a mainstream artist.
Okay, I want you,
Well, we have
Sam.
to find
Okay,
mainstream.
Mitch, I want you to describe what mainstream is in 3 words.
I don't know if I can do that.
Okay, we'll describe mainstream in 3 words. What are 3 attributes that every mainstream person,
Popular.
displays? Okay.
Popular, I
Okay.
guess, radio for me.
Okay. Well, the thing. Okay, that's cool though.
Popular, charting. I'll say charting. And shit, a fan base. Like
Great.
That's
All right. So
popular.
look. So listen. Now the thing is, radio is dead, and so I would say radio and charting are one and the same. So they're swappable in my opinion.
Okay.
Youngboy is now mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So like in that case.
and my shout out to my girl Amber, appreciate your comment. She said he's a niche artist. So he has a large
Definitely niche.
he has a large fan base and he has one of the most organic fan bases
Yeah.
that has
I don't know
grown.
if it's mainstream. I feel like it's only mainstream. He's a niche artist, like she just said, but I feel like the niche he got is so big that it appears he's mainstream.
I mean,
I think
appears.
he's-
Most people don't have most people. There's a lot of niche artists, but their niche isn't a big bunch.
Okay.
Is
all I'm
all
saying
that
is
black
this.
mainstream?
All I'm gonna say
He's
is
more
this.
mainstream than Youngboy.
Okay,
I feel
all,
like
all
they
I'm gonna
about
say
the
is
same.
this. I'm gonna say, if what we said was true, that radio and charting is swappable.
Yeah.
If that's the case, we need to do research on how much Youngboy is charted. But if he charted properly, then I would give him the mainstream thing. Because if what you said was true, which was your 3 things, and radio is the only thing he really doesn't have in that. What?
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
okay, so first of all, you don't listen to the radio. I actually get in my car and listen to the radio.
Okay.
Hold on, and I'm going to be the first to let you know that there are plenty of Youngboy songs that come on the radio now and back then, because Needed was a fucking hit mainstream. Outside Today, They like people outside of they was definitely on the radio all the time. And he got a new song on his one project. I don't know. I guess his name is Top or something. But he started off talking about some Top or something. I don't know. But it's a song. I heard it on 107.9 the other night.
Okay.
And I'm like, nah, Youngboy on the radio. Oh.
Please, I do listen to the radio.
No, you don't. Every time you get in your car, that iPad connects. Like, let's be for real. I'm not gonna play with you.
Listen, bro.
Nobody at
Right
this.
now,
Okay, I'm sorry.
right now,
Be polite.
in the past 6 months, I haven't been listening to the radio. Yeah. Before then, I listened to the radio. For one. For two, when I'm saying radio, it's not specific. We in short form, so I can't explain it all the way. But when I'm saying radio, it's not specific to pure radio. It's like you got the radio, and that's why I kind of could have said charting, because charting is kind of part of it. Goddamn,
Youngboy
YouTube,
charts.
I mean, like YouTube.
No, let me fact check
TikTok, trending, and when I say
He
radio,
charts
I mean
because YouTube videos is a part
I'm
of
saying
that.
you'll be on commercials. You'll have mainstream is like commercials. You'll be
Okay, so-
cameos and sitcoms.
Okay, no,
Like
that's superstardom. That's not just a regular mainstream artist. Every mainstream artist is not getting deals like that. You gotta cross the superstardom to do that.
not on a big one.
And I'm not saying he's there, but
Okay.
right,
Amber
so-
did say that he not mainstream because he don't need a deal or machine behind him. But we tend to look at mainstream as crossover ability, like being able to fit into white spaces. Now, I mean, if you say
I
that,
could say that.
it's crazy because he does like they like him, they love his ass too.
Okay, so Youngboy has 4 #1 albums on the Billboard 200. His album Master debuted at number 6. His mixtape Don't Try This at Home debuted at number 5. His single Bandit with Juice WRLD peaked at number 10 on the Hot 100. He's also the youngest artist ever to chart 100 songs on the Billboard Hot 100. And so I feel like if we go back to the questions that we were specifically asking, I do feel like rewriting the blueprint for what it means to win in hip hop while still fighting legal battles, I do feel like he is doing that. Okay, not just on this tour and what he's doing after this tour, but he's been fighting legal battles his entire career, and he is transcending. He's transcending. No, he's doing the charting. If we agree that charting in radio is swappable and what it takes to be mainstream, then he's doing that. He has 2 of the qualities that it takes, right? And so moving on from that, between the numbers and his cult fan base and the Birdman cosign on stage that recently came up, is Youngboy becoming this generation's version of Lil Wayne in his grind and independence?
I feel like he was already there in terms of like maybe not super prime Wayne, but like 80% Wayne at least. In terms of just like putting out music, that's like Gucci.
He's NBA young boy.
That's like Gucci too. When they put out hella music, like before, especially before this last time he went to jail, he was putting out hella music. I can't even keep up with all that shit. But yeah, I think he's on a. I don't know about quality wise, but at least quantity wise, he on the Wayne.
Yeah, and they love him. So kudos to Youngboy.
Crossover is more than just going to the white people, though. I'm glad she said that. Because the crossover could be just going from the YN trap stars to just a regular black working person.
The thing is, I don't want to see Youngboy in no ad for myself. However, there is stuff that caters to the YNs that Youngboy could be a spokesperson for, like. So there's opportunities for him in that, even as a fucking criminal, because we all know that America really don't give a fuck about criminals.
Like, can he cross over out of his niche? That's where I'll be.
What is his niche?
Let this man talk about it.
Huge already, but the crazy thing is he has much bigger.
If he leaves his niche, if he can cross over out of his niche.
He has the potential to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he did a song with Nicki Minaj, y'all.
Name some people who are also used that niche in the past.
The hood niche?
Just that niche. I don't want to name on
what. I know. I need. That's what I'm saying. We keep talking about he's a niche artist, but I want to know what his niche is.
I don't know what the name is.
Like hood nigga aesthetic.
I'm putting Chief Keef in there, but who else? I'll put Chief Keef in there.
Like all the hood,
And I put
all the hood
Gucci in
niggas.
Not
Like
Gucci, Lil Boosie.
call that
Okay, so now
black.
that we determine that, I just want to determine that base.
It could be.
I just want to determine that base.
Just will he do it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's my
he could
thing.
be cross. It can.
And I'm saying those people are huge. Those people are gigantic.
Again, let his fans tell it. He make Michael Jackson music, so we don't even like we speaking on this nigga. But have we really listened to all his shit? Like they might actually believe that.
Rocking, bro.
Yeah, I listen to
He
it.
is a wild boy.
Yeah,
But I'll say that it's very particular. though. It's very particular.
Oh,
Very
damn,
particular.
but I'm a YN though.
No, I guess you would be an ON.
I'm not an ON. I'm a
No.
YN. I was on a TikTok live with the 21s and 22s the other day, and they was calling me Big Ump.
That's not.
That's
Crazy, man.
Hey man, listen. Speaking of Ox, okay, Young Thug's UI Scuddy sold approximately 52K first week. Not his greatest numbers, but considering the circumstances, should we be grading Thug's comeback scales on a curve?
Fuck no.
More, nigga.
He don't get no damn curve. Young Thug, Young Thug don't get no damn curve.
Triple. Goddamn.
I mean, I ain't listen to the shit because I don't listen. He got a white face on his cover.
I feel like he was supposed to at least do 3 figures.
It should have been 100K at least.
Best-selling album of all time.
Anything less than that, I feel like he looks at it as a failure.
Amber
But I
said,
don't know.
"What he do?"
Well,
Hey, yo, I think he ruined his own shit. That's what I'm saying. Like them phone calls getting leaked ruined that shit. He would have easily did 100K, even with him coming out hating on Gunna. Like if them phone calls did not leak, he would have definitely did triple
you
digits.
gotta keep your homies in check because he goddamn let his homie go out there and disrespect people that he wasn't supposed to disrespect, and that shit got leaked.
Dang, I can't join your live.
I do feel like the leaking of the information definitely hurt Thug, the leaking of those phone calls.
Yeah.
And I do feel like if it is what I heard on streams that Whack 100 and his folks put it in place because they disrespected QCP, then I do feel like, Thug is continuing to make that is a mistake that happened before we saw any of this. Continuing on the end of the mistakes that he was making on those phone calls in jail, continuing on the end of the mistakes he was making with Gunna in the legal sense, right? And so that kind of follows the story that there were a lot of mistakes made between this Rico really catching wind and now.
See,
he made a lot of
I feel
mistakes.
like him talking on the phone wasn't really a mistake. That nigga in jail, he
It
probably was in
hurt
solitary. No, the just him talking wasn't the mistake. Is the gonads he had after knowing that you done talk, knowing that this shit is available. That was the mistake. Like letting your man's go disrespect, coming out still trying to shit on Gunna. Like that was the mistake. But nigga, he in jail. Like that nigga don't talk. I ain't mad at this nigga for talking. He said shit against niggas that plenty of people like.
Apparently,
like big niggas. To me, it wasn't nothing that was too crazy, like outrageous. But it was stuff that it was just like, you should have said that, but you talking to your girl. Nigga, you in jail for 4 years, 3 years, however long. Like, that nigga don't talk. So I'm not mad at this nigga for fucking talking. But
Okay, but I'll say this.
You got there, come out and let your nuts hang.
I'll say this. The difference between a lot of people's perspective and what he went through is that he's famous, right? And so, but everyone, I assume, has had people that they know or people close to them that have gone through experiences, people who have been in jail. And so, maybe 1 off, maybe 2 off, maybe 3 off, but I feel like it's some degree of you've known someone who's talked to someone or you've talked to someone who's been in jail. I have not had those type of conversations with people who even been in jail for longer than that. I don't have conversations about our peers in those type of lights. If we do, it's all about, hey, when the last time you talked to them, can you tell them to call me? It's never anything further.
But you ain't had you ain't had a direct family member that you was doing that to. You weren't that person's Mariah the science. So of course he wasn't confided in you everything.
But
I've known those people longer than Thug.
What I'm saying is, according to
According
to the internet, with people that have hood niggas that's in jail or whatever, they saying the conversations was nothing unusual because niggas talk. That's how they talk. Like they're in jail. They have nothing else to talk about but talk shit. You know what I'm
It
saying?
just
So,
was not a good look to come out after you've been holding your nuts.
I mean, it's like the fact of how he done it the whole.
Yeah, like it's not a good look after
Especially
that.
given what you got going. I got the boy that
it is 100. It's 100% Thug's character to do that. He had been doing that before he went to jail. So that's why I just don't. I don't even understand why people. I don't even understand why people are shocked about it because literally, Young Thug always been a fucking issue in the music industry. He's always caused drama.
Right.
Let's not forget he dropped the Barter 6. Like, how much controversy did that cause? Like, he's used to that shit. But it just didn't work this time because, again, music overall,
He's supposed to grow up.
music overall in general is hurting anyway. Like
It's
the
like
numbers,
Taylor Swift.
we are not talking about that. You could go get
The
on.
numbers came out.
You go get on
Numbers
TMZ.
ain't came out
You
yet.
go get on TMZ and talk
I
about
saw
that.
4M.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
And that was
But-
like telling you too.
and you still talking
I
about
saw 3.
y'all still.
Projected 3. I didn't see the confirmed nothing.
Well, again, she's
That come out Tuesday, right?
different.
I guess.
I think so.
Well,
Billboard
it came
on Tuesday.
It should be out.
You'll
but-
hear some shit Monday night, but
Well,
Billboard
they already said she did
Oh
2
my
mil
God.
the first day. So
they was like, they could buy 16 copies of her 32 albums, and then they was like, no, you dumbass nigga, they could buy 36 copies of the 16 and 32. I was like, oh my God, she got them.
not the table is shaking.
She got them, bro. She got them. And so talking about sales, talking about those type of things around Gunna and Young Thug, Gunna served 7 months in jail. Young Thug served about 2 years in jail. And so a few months after the release, Gunna dropped Bread and Butter, addressing his arrest and the surrounding rumors. His album Gift and a Curse debuted at number 3. The album also hit number 1 on the Billboard Top R&B Hip Hop Albums chart. His more recent album, The Last One, debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and moved 80,000 units. The first one moved 85. And for streams and exposure purposes, he's streamed over 32 billion streams during that time. And so looking into Thug's release after that, he was released in October after accepting the plea deal, and his sentence was essentially time served plus probation. His comeback album debuted in 2025 September and debuted at number 6 on the Billboard 200 with 52,000 albums moved. The lead single Money on Money featuring Future charted at 39 on the Billboard Hot 100 and made the top 10 in some component charts. And so how do you feel about Young Thug and Future coming out with a lead single for a Young Thug project at this climate, at this time, and it performing in such a way? Did you expect it to go top 10?
I never heard the song.
The quality
So,
wasn't
so-
good enough, man. He waited too long. This shit should have
Was that off you, Scuddy?
Yeah,
Oh.
but it dropped. It dropped a while ago, but it was also a while after he got out. So I feel like he ain't come out.
He has
He ain't
some.
come out
He has
with no
some.
first day out, bro. We supposed
Whoa.
to get at least a song within a month, bro. That's gonna automatically. That's before any narratives getting changed and shit start going against you. You supposed to be already out pocket, nigga. Like you supposed to come out. I know you had shit that you had to handle, but that's how it was supposed to be. If you wanted to succeed, you was supposed to come out and drop.
I wasn't.
he didn't do what Lucci did. Lucci came out the right way.
Within a month, he had dropped one. I don't even listen to Lucci like that.
I love
But I know
Lucci.
he done got good publicity right now. Like it seemed like the city. Really
I mean,
got
he
them,
did his time.
accepting them back, and they
He
really
did
fucking
his
with him.
time.
If they really accepting them back and really fucking with them, that means that's where you want to be getting out of jail. You want to be able to. You already got the fan base and shit. You want to get out of jail, secure your fan base back. Gotta get them back.
Sam is fired. We gotta get Sam back. What just happened? And you know, anyway, the YFN Lucci's already legend moved 29,000 albums in the first week, and so let's sit back and I really want to talk about that. It's not as many as Thug. Thug is a lot bigger than Lucci. Can anybody tell me how many years Lucci served? Off the top of the head.
Maybe 3, because he went in before Thug went in, and he got out a little after Thug, didn't he? Or he got out a little before Thug. Yeah, a little before Thug, so maybe 3.
Right, and so looking into it, he served nearly 4 years in prison.
Okay.
He was sentenced to 10 years, but his time already spent in custody was credited towards that. And so, let's the 4 years, but he was sentenced to 10, but his time already in custody. That means he was in custody for more than 4 years.
No, that means he was in custody. I think he got that sentence around his second or 3rd year. So he had already got the 2 years, 2 to 3 years, goddamn, counted towards his time.
Who we talking about?
He only ended up having to do 4 years. So, Lucci.
Well, yeah, Lucci is good, but hell, Lucci didn't sound like that either.
Oh, okay. He didn't actually end up going. He went to prison, but by the time his case actually went to this is your sentence, they just said, nigga, you served your time. There you go.
Okay.
You talking about Young Thug?
No, I'm talking about Lucci.
Oh.
Lucci didn't actually, after he got his sentencing or whatever, they was like, all right, nigga, you've been in here for 4 years. So there you go.
Right, yeah, because this shit went a little like.
So, I mean, yeah, but it ain't about the numbers per se. Your public relations matter. Right? So even though, for one, Lucci never sold as much as Thug anyway.
Never.
So
wasn't gonna get there.
Comparing him to Thug ain't really doing.
Okay, I do want to continue to compare them to Thug because I do think that they are in both a sphere right now where they're both free and able, and they're both closely related, and they're both in the same category, which is just rap. And so I just want to ask. This one question.
Yeah, in Atlanta.
I want to ask this one question. What happens in 2 more albums? Do you think that Lucci or Thug sells more in 2 more albums? Just answer that. Thug.
Lucci
just one Thug or Lucci. Thug. Okay. Because remember, what did he sell? 59K.
Think about it. Lucci sold basically half.
Half. Okay. Yeah. Now, what do you say?
He's gonna sell more
in 2 albums. 2 albums from now.
I mean, my bias is gonna say Thug because I never was really a Lucci fan, so I don't think he has the ability to be better than Thug.
What do you say?
Going on.
Thug keep taking L's is gonna be.
I agree, and I don't think it's just about Thug taking L's. Like you said, the public perception matters. That's already done. The L's are already taken. He can win from here on out, and I do think that Lucci is able to gain fans, especially if they work together, right?
Yeah.
Y'all keep talking about public perception. Well, we need to get into the next topic because all that shit that y'all talking about public perception that has to do with niggas clearly do not apply to the women in the industry.
I think it does, in a different way.
Well, let's talk about it.
And so we're talking about Cardi B being in the middle of it all, ghostwriting rumors, leak calls, and beefs. Do you think that she's being unfairly targeted because she's outspoken and at the top of her class, or is some of that smoke self-inflicted? Her class being the young women in the game.
I guess it's kind of both.
It's definitely self-inflicted. The bitch is crazy.
But you can't say that because up against Nicki, they're gonna say it's not self-inflicted.
I'm not saying that. Hey, it's not here. So
yes.
Who do you think the aggressor in that between Nicki and Cardi B? In just one answer. Cardi B or Nicki? Cardi. Do you feel in the same way that Kendrick was the aggressor to Drake?
At the end of the day, yeah.
I understand.
And the
I
family.
feel like it was just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding or how the game goes?
Between who?
To begin with Nicki and Cardi.
Oh, on the motorsport team.
We're going all the way there.
It matters because do they really not like each other because this is the game? Because that's Kendrick and Drake. This is just the game. Kendrick's gonna do what he has to do to get goddamn slight there, get into the goddamn what did Drake truly do against Kendrick specifically? I can't say a ton. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, from the very beginning, besides just be salty about Kendrick saying I'm the best, and that's just somebody getting on your nerves. They both got on each other's nerves. This though is a little bit different, or is it?
So the story behind motorsport is Nicki had did her verse. Cardi then did her verse. Quavo took it back to Nicki and gave Nicki a chance to add to her verse.
Right.
And so that was the original beef.
Yeah.
Who was mad?
Cardi,
Was mad that Nicki got a chance to revisit her verse.
yes.
And you said Quavo took it back to Nicki?
Of course.
So did
And
she,
why did that happen at the time?
Well, because Quavo is the music nigga, and he has a relationship with Nicki.
he probably
He
knew
was
that.
like, hey,
And what was his relationship with Cardi at that time?
there was none. She was just Offset's bitch.
Right. Okay. That matters. And so as a person who does music, that's flaw. Okay. But as a person who does music, also, you can't underestimate the game, and that's what Cardi B did in that scenario. Whatever you put on that track,
Right.
it has to be good enough to withstand whatever happens. I don't care if somebody hears it and tries
Right.
to rewrite. I don't give a fuck.
So
it has to be good enough. But at the same time, that is flaw on Quavo's end to take it to her. Like, hey,
Well, first of
hey,
all, who does Cardi B even
We need
think
the
she
context.
is to have that
We don't know
respect?
the context of it, because like if I have both of y'all on the song and then I hear you did your part and then Sam came in and he did his part and it was hard and I was like your part was hard, but now that I see what Sam did, you got to add a little bit more to it. That ain't
okay,
wrong.
now that's not flawed because
Because that could've been how it was.
that's not flawed because of our environment and our status in the
Well,
game.
they didn't have
I
beef.
feel like that's
They didn't
they're
have beef at the time.
Yeah, it is.
Cardi
No,
still
it's
new
not about-
into the
it's not
game.
about- okay, it's not about beef. It's about being professional in a coliseum that's brand new, which is the women rap game. These moves matter. These moves 100% ultimately matter. Quavo should know that of all people.
So being professional, you're saying being professional is catering to that personal relationship rather than creating the best product.
No, the best product would be, hey, I just gave it to Nicki so she could rewrite her shit on it. Y'all, if you want to do
Not rewrite it. Extend it.
Okay, if you want to do this, if you want to do the same, you can.
She didn't have
And this
to
is
say.
this is
Well,
the
we don't
context. No, listen, that's my next thing is there's two pieces of context that I really want to know to judge this correctly. So I'll take everything I say with a grain of salt. One, did Nicki ask for the song back after her shit to say I need to adjust something, or did Quavo present it to her in a sense? And two, was the option given to Cardi B in order to do the same thing from Quavo? Okay, but in the end of the day, the first mistake, rookie mistake, is on Cardi B and Quavo's side, because Cardi B, your verse should be good enough. Doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. When we're really in the field, you can't
She
say
did.
that.
I was about to say she came hard. I don't know.
Second of all, on Quavo's side, knowing how long he's been in the game, you have to be more than just, I got two girls on, I'm an engineer, you know what I'm saying? So I know how it go. I got two girls on the track, this shit gonna be hard. Oh, this one girl called me, say she wanna redo her shit, and maybe on some slot shit, but I'm not even thinking about that. Okay, cool, you can redo your shit, I send it to you, because maybe only one person hits him up, the other person don't hit him up, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Okay, one person hit me up, cool. But as a professional, you have to then say, damn, bro, that opens up this.
But that
You
doesn't,
have to see that. That's an easy. You see that easily.
yeah, but that doesn't determine necessarily when the beef starts. The beef starts when the confrontation happens. So you said Cardi got mad first, so that means did she speak first publicly on it? Like, was she the first one to do something?
Yeah, but she basically came out and was like, she don't fuck with Nicki no more because she got to extend her right.
That's retarded. Like, why would you be mad at her because she got to? That's like you jealous. Like she got to extend her verse.
Yeah,
So fuck her.
and that's the
That don't
thing.
make sense.
Okay, I do feel like in basic gameplay, that's giving a handicap to the person who already had a handicap from being a veteran
Okay, yeah. I mean, in the
in a game space.
in the game of competition, yeah. I can see, but I wouldn't be mad
And
at
I
her. I
also
would be mad at the
understand-
referee
and I-
for giving
and-
her the
okay.
goddamn shit.
And I also understand how there is no referee because this isn't a game for them because they're friends.
It's the
No,
legal-
stop. There is no referee for them because this isn't a game for them because they're friends.
You just said it was Quavo.
No. I'm saying that Quavo should have acted in that capacity, but he's not thinking in the capacity of this being super serious in business. He's thinking more like we're all friends. Okay, so
Yeah.
in that sense, they're not thinking about it being a game, and I understand how there's no referee in that case, so this is allowed to happen. But Quavo should have been a referee in that case because this is bigger than just.
Well,
it's bigger than
I'm
that,
only
man.
I'm only saying if she's gonna be mad at somebody, the only
She
person
is.
she
We
could be
already
mad
knew
at
that.
is Quavo. That's what I'm saying.
I mean-
she was.
I don't feel like she should have been mad at Nicki for taking on the opportunity.
Right.
This nigga said I can goddamn extend
But
my
it's
verse. I'm
girls.
shaking it. Like, why are you mad at me for this nigga? He
That's
allowed
not being,
it.
that's not being, that's not being a girl's
Oh,
girl.
that's-
Right. Hey, that's
Right.
hey, come on, man.
Be careful with
I
that.
know it. I'm trying to tell you.
But
Be careful.
I
That's
know.
gonna pop. I'm saying F all that because we a long way. We are so far away from that shit. Let's talk about what happened because Cardi B decides that she wants to get on her new album and take shots at multiple women in the industry. And that's where we are now.
Okay, and so let me talk about how Nicki's Pink Friday 2 sold 228K, which outsold I Am the Drama 200K. Cardi B still dominating headlines though, so who's really winning at this point in time? What does winning mean? The one with the charts or the one with the conversation?
it depends on what they think winning means. Winning is different for everybody. One of them might think the charts. It seems like Nicki feels like the charts. Like as long as the charts show, like a Drake. As long as the charts show I'm winning, then I'm winning. Cardi might feel like that's not necessarily the
Well, Nicki is saying that Cardi and her fans were saying that the numbers was gonna matter. I'm out sell you.
Well,
Like I have the
once you
record.
do that-
I'm saying she got
case.
the
Once she does that,
right.
I mean,
She has the record. Cardi got the record for something. Blah blah blah. So that's what
coming
Nicki
number
is
one in
saying.
33 minutes.
Nicki literally waited until after the numbers were in from Cardi's album to respond to her because she didn't want to make more
That's smart.
numbers for her.
That's
Of
not
course.
taking that L.
Oh, I know. But
Okay, if
this
you come
is-
out swinging,
this is my issue. Cardio decided that she wanted to respond to Nicki about what Nicki said because Nicki did start the tweet war, but Cardi started it because she dissed her in the song. Tweet war basically goes down like this. It was Nicki's like 196K because that was like the real number and not they was saying she got hit over 200K blah 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 blah. So Cardi come in talking shit about her husband and the child and shit. And so like Nicki calls her Barney B and posts a picture of her I photoshopped in Barney. And it looked just like Cardi B. This shit was wild. And so now they're going back and forth. Meanwhile, while Cardi B and Nicki are going back and forth, they're doing so much nasty and salacious shit talking about the children. Like it got really nasty. Like then JT gets involved because JT is one of the people that Cardi was talking about in the song. And JT puts her 2 cents in just for Nicki to ignore JT and then cause JT to get into it with Santana. And that shit was funny as fuck
All this
because
shit-
rawr.
all this shit is just a whole bunch of goddamn petty, goofy shit where they like, it's like shit done got blown out of proportion, and now they've crossed lines where you can't go back. We have to hate each
You
other.
cannot go back.
It started off with just this song, and I feel like if they didn't get so petty so quick and get so outrageous, they could have redeemed that shit and been back cool.
They didn't want
I
to
don't
do
know
that
who
shit.
started it. With
Cardi
the outrageousness. but
Never wanted
That shit,
to
it done
go
got to the
back
point.
to be Nicki's friend. And again, in the same breath, I can't just act like Nicki. I can't act like Nicki is beyond being an annoying ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? So like, of course there's women in the industry that don't like her because she's a bully. And Cardi, but at the same time, Cardi and her fan base can't sit up here and talk about Nicki as a bully because of the shit that Cardi was saying. And they stand up behind it. Like, Cardi literally said Nicki's child is inherited pedophile blood, and the kid's gonna grow up to be a pedo, and like you can't say shit like that.
Yeah.
She's talking about
Defamation.
She's talking about the kid.
Hey.
She's talking about the kid that Nicki has is autistic or whatever. Talking about you need to be worried about why your child thinks his favorite color is 5. Like that shit is crazy, bro. And you're pregnant right now. You don't know what that child is gonna come out and look like, and you up here.
Hey, this is similar to when Nicki didn't say anything until the numbers came out. Cardi shouldn't have said nothing until the baby came out.
Right.
Because now the baby can come out and it could be any kind of problem wrong with it.
Exactly.
And it's gonna fuel. It might not fuel Nicki to say
everybody's
it's gonna fuel the internet to say something.
Yeah.
The internet gonna clap you if something.
I think the internet's definitely been in a big fuss over the whole Cardi B fiasco. I feel like Cardi B is getting a lot of publicity, good or bad. Nicki, Doja Cat, Bia, as well as JT are in this what feels like a artists of women Cold War.
Rawr.
And so the question I want to ask, amongst some other questions, I want to preface it with this. Let's build a base here. Do you feel like this is a marathon for Nicki? How much longer does she have in the game? Give me a year count.
Until she want to leave.
Okay, until she wants to leave. How many more years do you think? Does she want to leave? Any more years? That's until. Is that the same for Drake? I want to put that same for Drake. Okay, so this is the base. I just want to talk about how Young Money is in this 20v1 scenario. But the difference with them is from what you might see in the future, what you have seen in the past, they can leave when they want to leave. Those are two people who could be in the game forever, who are both facing wars against factions of people. And so I do want to ask, do you think the media is fueling this, or do you think the artists are keeping it alive themselves, or both?
The media plays a factor, but when you're literally on social media doing this right now, it's way easier for more people to get caught up in that than to even listen to the music. So you know what I'm saying? Like people love that shit. Like niggas have hard days. They get on Instagram when they get home. They want to laugh, and that shit is funny because we don't have no stake in that shit.
Yeah.
Like your baby daddy is Stephon Diggs, and he just had a baby by another bitch. He getting sued by a bitch. Like you have apparently Offset is trying to get 70-30 on you. Like in court, you got a lot of bigger things to be worried about than these other girls. And last thing I'm gonna say about this, because I gotta get her. They released a phone call that Cardi B had to Ice Spice's manager. And for all the people out there that swear Nicki Minaj gets on Twitter and goes on coke rants, y'all girl Cardi B was on that phone having a fucking coke rant. She was yelling her ass off, and she was talking shit about multiple people that she allegedly is friends with, including Big Lotto, talking about some, I ain't Lotto, I ain't no scary hoe, I ain't Lotto, I'll beat that bitch ass, talking about Ice Spice. Like, girl, like that's your problem. That's why you get court.
Basically did the Young Thug.
Except she wasn't locked up.
I think it's very interesting that Nicki and Cardi now are literally being accused ultimately of the same thing, which is just being a bully to other artists.
Right.
And I do feel like it's something that they're fueling themselves between the lawsuits, the leak calls, public beefs, and hip hop's biggest stars and all these wars. Do you think that they're more focused on the music or maintaining their image? Which one of those actually matters more? Today, I do want to offer a different perspective from what you guys said about how people come home and they want to see that stuff to laugh. As a person who comes home or is at home and wants to actually listen to the music release, I'd rather go play Cardi's album 32 times tonight than I would scroll Twitter and watch the videos, because that's more funny to me, the things that she says in the album. I do think Cardi, of all people, is someone who does focus heavily on the music as well as the media front as well. What do you feel is more important today?
I feel like it's more important than what I feel.
What do you
Like,
feel like
now
is
the
more
public-
important today?
The public, I mean, like
The media.
the media.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the music should be important, and at the end of the day, that's exactly why no matter how much drama Nicki Minaj gets in, she's still regarded as one of the top rappers in the industry.
Now let me
Not female, but rapper.
bring it back to Gunna real quick. I do want to say that Gunna is also someone who focuses on the music while in this media aspect. I want to ask a twofold question. I want you to answer this part about her as well. What do they think is more important, the artist, and then what is more important in the world?
I feel like it depends on the artist.
Right.
Some might. I feel like most probably is gonna go with media. There's only a select few that feel like the music is.
I mean,
And you would
this is
say
her.
music.
This is Cardi's second album. She just dropped this album after almost fucking 10 years from her last album. So clearly it's not about the fucking music with her.
But the music is great, and it's
And
very,
she doesn't write it.
And
Let's look, like, call a spade a fucking spade. We all know Parisian Fontaine done wrote that album, and that's cool. Because she is the personality. That's why I think she cares more about the social media and the media, because she came from that. Like, she literally was on Love and Hip Hop. Like,
Yeah, she came into the game as a personality.
that's what's helping her sell. That's why she still has fucking people that love her after she gets off of a civil case for fucking throwing some shit at us, beating up a security guard, just to go outside the courtroom the same day and throw a pen at a fucking news reporter.
Yeah.
The bitch is crazy.
I mean, I agree.
okay, and so do you feel like the artists care about the media side and the world cares about the media side a little bit more? Most. Yeah.
It's just like bring it together. All right, Lacey.
Right.
Hey, this that, and the third. It was very simple.
Right, with Cal Lacey, right. Yeah. Okay, and so I want to say that I do feel like the world feels like the media part is more important. I do feel like the artists still care about the music. Artists in general care about the music more. And I will only say that because the music is still very good. There's only a few artists out here who are going through things, who are flopping the music while they're going through things. A lot of artists right now, and I don't want to overlook them, who are going through really tough times, are making really, really tough music. Gunna and Cardi B to be at the top of that class, going through really hard times. Kendrick Lamar going through a really hot time, a really high pressure time, and is making really hot, high pressure music. I do feel like some of the L's shine hard. You know, when you see Young Thug take that type of L when it comes to the sales, when it comes to people's perception of the music, when it comes to that intro track, when it comes to people's perception of the cover, I do feel like it feels heavy. And I do feel like it, for a moment, it makes you forget about what Kendrick did. It makes you forget about things in the past. But I really do feel like there has been, in between 2024 and 2025, a lot of people who have been going through things that should have taken them out of the game, that they have come back from and been absolutely stronger than they have ever been. And I feel like that's something to highlight in the game in closing. I feel like the game's in an amazing space. I do know a lot of people said that we were dying, rap's dying, music's dying, and I do feel like music is in there's a lot of turbulence. If you understand what I mean there, there's a lot of back and forth. At any point, it could fall, just like some of the artists have fallen in their tough times. But I do feel like as a whole, as a group, we do need to recognize that there are a lot more people who are doing really good in a tough time than the people who are doing bad. A lot of people thought that after COVID, this shit would be dead. 2 years ago, people were like, "Oh yeah, rap's off the fucking map. Get them out of here." 1 year ago, people were like, "Off the." But within 1 or 2 years, I don't care if it's the artists beefing with each other, or if it's the label, or if it's a conjoint group of the two, or if that's just rap. That's just music. It's been fucking making the waves. It's been making the money. It's been going well.
Mostly, and that's because I feel like pre-COVID there was a standard of numbers. If we gonna go numbers is the easiest thing to go with because it's quantifiable. It's a number that you. So I'm just using that as an example. But there was a standard for numbers pre-COVID, and then there's a standard for numbers post-COVID. And the numbers have been so bad post-COVID that we've now put it on a curve, basically. Numbers that would be super laughable pre-COVID are now being accepted as it's still going great.
Right.
I feel like we. Do you feel like the curve is unnecessary?
I feel like
Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the curve is necessary. Do you feel like the government shut down? Yes or no? Do you feel like America shut down? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you feel like the media
Okay.
industry took the biggest hit of that shutdown? Yes or no?
Yes, but I get to ask the question. You feel like that's an excuse for the artist not to do his job? An artist can go make.
Okay,
music
let me
with
take it back. Let me take it back to what I just said was that the artists as a whole are doing just fine. I do feel like most artists in hard times are making amazing music. If we're talking about it right now, it's 3-2. Kendrick Lamar, Gunna, and Cardi B made amazing projects in turmoil, while Young Thug and I can't think of the one I'm thinking of right now, but there's someone else, and someone else will probably come up real soon, who did not make really good music in this time.
So what's the amazing? I feel like
Right.
That's that's subjective. That's subjective,
so
right?
that's what I'm
But
saying.
those people sold more than 70K. And so if we're talking about numbers, right? If we're talking about numbers, which we have to put a curve on because of things like the people who are supposed to be running the lights at the shows deciding we're not coming outside, and there's a strike now, so we're definitely not coming outside. So the shows can't happen. The people who are in the offices aren't even coming to the offices no more to do their job, or they're getting laid off. Those things affect numbers, so I feel like the curve is necessary because the numbers were going to go down even if the artists were doing their best. Do you believe that or no? You don't think if the artists were doing absolutely amazing, you don't think the numbers would have went down at all?
no.
The only reason I feel like that is because they're fabricated. If the numbers were real, if the numbers were all real, no, that they wouldn't have went down. You're right. They wouldn't have. But the numbers are fabricated. So if the people aren't in the office to fabricate them, it's going to go down. And the people were fired from the office.
But a lot of artists paused. So during the interruption of government, the music wasn't dropping anyway. And that's why I don't put it.
Does
on
a pause hurt them or help them?
It should help them, but it hasn't.
A pause helping an artist?
I'm not getting to finish my statement, bruh. I feel like the pause should have helped the artist create better product because you have more time.
Okay.
You're not rushed.
The difference between what we're saying is you think the product is bad and I think the product is good.
Yes,
But
exactly.
you think that even if the product was good, the numbers would have still gone up.
No, I feel like if the product was actually good, the numbers would be similar, like Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar can't be put in the same bracket as
Do you
Cardi
feel
and
like
Gunna.
do you feel like COVID had an effect on the numbers?
Yes.
COVID should have helped the numbers.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Not
saying
the-
we should put it on the
not
card
the-
because
They're
it's already
fabricated.
happened.
They're fabricated.
Not the live numbers of shows because they wasn't doing
Yeah.
No, but
niggas wasn't doing anything but at home. So they should
a lot of people canceled their subscription. Money was not a thing that was easy to come by at that time. And I'm not even talking about streams as far as that. I'm talking about people
Wait a
buying
minute,
albums.
COVID.
We know that to run the album game, you have to buy the albums. You can't just stream it. The Young Thugs people probably stream the fuck out of that shit. They have to go buy it. That's things that matter. The bundles, that's how you really sell. If those bundles aren't able to be created, and let's not talk about that. Let's talk about how the economy was affected by COVID. Do you feel the economy was affected by COVID? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it was hurt by COVID? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So why would people go out and buy fucking music?
But I feel like I don't know anybody that buys fucking music. I can't name one nigga.
That's
I
not
know.
true. Bro, you know people that buy music, but they probably just have a streaming service instead.
Well, that's why I just said.
And I'm telling you that
I
those
don't know.
people canceled. Some of those people had to cancel their streaming services because they didn't have the money to pay for it.
Yes, I mean most people that I know came up during COVID.
Facts.
So I don't know.
COVID
That's
was
not my
a great
reality.
time for me.
Most people that I know came up during COVID, and
A
most
lot of
that I know
people,
don't buy.
a lot of people that I know who came up during COVID came up a short amount, spent it on things they shouldn't have, and they're not up right now.
Yeah, but that don't mean you can't pay $7. All I'm saying is most people didn't fall off so much during COVID that they couldn't afford a $7 or $10 or $15 subscription for Apple Music.
Like Torian said, this is the real other situation. We care.
We don't think the product is good.
We
Like,
care a lot more about music in detail
Yeah.
than the average American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so The music just ain't that good. Let's be
I don't feel like it's
clear.
bad, but I don't feel like it's
Nah,
great.
it's some stuff that's just it's some stuff that's just
bad.
not that good. The shit not sticking. And
We can see
for
it in the
whatever
world.
reason, I don't think it has anything to do with the economy. It's just the shit is shifting. Like the YNs are not listening to the same stuff we're listening to, you know, and the way that they move with music has been different from how we grew up moving with music. So shit, they probably still like that shit, but stands are being made for people that don't really have the quality when it comes to the music that they make. Because everything's acceptable.
Right.
All right, so you could drop. I was earlier today, I'm chilling with my homeboy and he playing all types of niggas that I ain't never heard of. But like the beats was fire, but like what they were saying was not. And I was like, I can see why I haven't heard of these niggas because they're not going nowhere. Like, I mean, but they got their people, they got their fans that listen to it, but of course the number's not gonna be
It's
there.
like you made some straight shit, but it ain't legendary. And legendary means it sticks.
And niggas
Like,
is not
niggas are making
legendary
straight
music
shit. They
no
making
more.
shit that's all right for now. It's all right for the month. But none of this shit is sticking. None of this shit is lasting more than 6 months.
Or a year.
Other than GNX. Over the past 2
do you
years,
feel
ain't
like-
nothing lasted more than 6 months other than GNX.
Do you feel in Gunna's albums? Do
Oh,
you
Gunna
feel like
and YB, them three
Do you feel
To me.
like there's more? Do you feel like
groups.
music benefits from the top acts not making great music? Music as a whole.
Does music as a whole?
Do you feel like it's time to refresh who the top acts are?
Yeah, but ain't nobody ready. YB is close. I was telling Don, I think Offset might be close for Atlanta specifically. That music be riding, and he a performer, so I think he got a chance. And he got legacy too, so I think he got a chance. But I feel like ain't nobody ready. We been needing a new nigga. We've been needing a new nigga since COVID. That was like the perfect time. I feel like that's more of an effect on the music game than just the government shutdown. It was because by COVID, by that year, it was like we should have been seeing the new nigga.
Well, it was supposed to be Lil Baby.
Oh, yeah, it was. But as he continued after the COVID, his first album, I guess during COVID or after COVID,
He drops his first album in February 2020.
during COVID.
No, right 3
right
weeks
before.
before
Yeah,
COVID,
right before COVID.
he didn't get a chance to go on his tour. He didn't get the chance to make the global impact that he was set up for at that time.
Yeah.
And all he could do, yes.
I feel like,
All
I feel
he
like
could
that shit
do-
lasted through COVID though, even though he couldn't perform.
It did musically, but everybody knows an artist makes the bread and butter money from them damn tours.
Yeah.
Like, that's where the stands are bred. Like,
So now that what is he on number 3 that just dropped? Our third album. Now that we here, do you feel like he has been progressing music quality wise?
the thing, I feel like he has become who Lil Baby is supposed to be, but people lost interest because they never did get to see the nigga go on his performance runs and shit like that. They talking like they's like, oh, the music is the same, but it actually has gotten better. Production's better. His flows are better. Like,
Who we talking about?
Lil Baby.
No, his flows are not better. Production is better though. Everything else is better
I
but
just-
Lil Baby himself. I swear to God.
And
I swear to
feel
God,
like,
bro. I
I
swear to
feel
God.
like that's a part of the artist development that he missed out by not
but this is
going
the
on
thing.
tour.
Yeah.
Okay. In closing. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I feel like they say the next best artist or whatever from Ghana for the game.
Okay.
I know that. He's a white man.
Oh my God, bro.
That is
Hey, listen. listen, my boy. No.
I have heard.
Let me go listen to him, and we'll come back on the next episode about Melling Gang Cushington. Okay, but no.
Belly gang.
Belly Gang Cushington.
Okay.
Shout out Belly Gang too, but no, okay, not right now. Okay, hell no, bro, hell no. We've been mentioning nothing but legends. We talking about Belly Gang Cushington. Nobody's heard this nigga.
I've heard of him.
New nigga. That's what you said.
Okay, listen,
New nigga.
listen.
The next nigga, huh?
That's new nigga, yes. The next nigga, yeah. That's what they said about Lil Baby. Yeah. I'm not giving nobody no more passes out of Atlanta. You to come to Atlanta and get a pass, you gotta do it. I don't want to. If you ain't did it yet, I'm not fucking giving it to you.
These young hoes that's doing this shit right now. I'm just like, I'm not putting my effort behind these motherfuckers. Like I said, that Pluto girl just dropped a new song, and that shit is garbage. Like I just cannot believe that shit is getting played.
I feel like the girls are focusing too much on that personality.
The girls,
they want to be personality.
The girls are focused on just dropping shit because they know that girls they have a lane now, so they don't give a fuck.
They just dropping whatever.
I'm saying some of these young, like these young girls, like the YKN, these girl, Pluto, Breezy, all them, they not making no lyrical shit or even just surprising niggas with bars. Like they're literally just making music for fun, and because it's so open now, they're able to make it. But I don't want them repping us. Like, but that's where it's coming. Yeah, they all repping from Atlanta, but that's where it's coming from. Nigga, we need better because
we do. But
in closing,
they repping us right now.
Come save us.
Shout out,
Atlanta.
Shout out, Big Auto.
It's been amazing to talk about the music, the turmoil that's been going on here on episode 11 with everyone in the music game. We are live right now from Atlanta, Georgia, where the heartbeat of music beats, and we need help. Okay, I don't care if it's from the West Coast, from the North, it could be from the Midwest, and it's a white boy. Give me Jelly Roll. Okay, we need somebody. We got Trey Young dropping music. Okay, hey, we need help.
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for that. Help. Hey, Trey Young featuring Quavo and 2 Chainz. Oh, I know they went stupid. Trey not gonna be. He's just gonna probably be talking. I can't imagine him rapping with his list.
I can't imagine.
That's